Sometimes as a music producer, it's easy to fall into repetitive patterns and not see the improvements you want to make. That's why it's so important to step out of your comfort zone. By trying new things and approaching music in a different way, it opens up a world of new opportunities, especially if you have the right tools to do it. The tool I'll be using today allows me to chop samples on the fly, browse thousands of high quality instruments and samples, and so much more. It's my secret weapon called Arcade. Thank you for sponsoring this video. And you can start your 7-day free trial right now and then get 50% off your first month. Now, why would you miss that? Links down below for you. All right, so I'm in FL Studio. Let's get Arcade open. I'm gonna go over to the lines section right here, and this is the coolest part of Arcade. You have all these different categories or packages of sound that you call lines that are all based on different themes. Normally what I do is get a sound open, start playing some chords, some melodies or whatever, but today we're gonna do something different. We're actually gonna be starting with percussion. Now, I don't know about you, but I love percussion from the 80s. So go to the line page, and in each line you'll see 3 categories: samplers, instruments, and samples. With samplers, Arcade will take a sample and chop it across a keyboard for you to play and manipulate however you want. With instruments, you can play the instruments out normally, and with samples here, you can browse different samples, you can chop them however you want, you can leave them as is, really whatever you want to do. I'm gonna go into samplers. I want something with like some cool percussion in it. This might have what I'm looking for. I'm gonna download the sampler just by clicking it like that, play the sampler, and this will take you to the beautiful layout that Arcade has for us, which again is all these samples chopped and laid out across a keyboard. See, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Get a little shaker in there. Okay, they have a little bit of reverb on it. I might just turn that down a little bit with the macros right here. These are 4 main effect knobs that you could use to manipulate the sound even further. Get some distortion on it, make it a little bit more crunchy. It's already automatically tempo synced. Maybe like 150 something. Let's test out that shaker. And then this thing, that could be cool. I'll give them each their own pattern because I want to separate these and kind of stem them out in different ways. So we'll do the E, the F, and the A, right? We got our main one, the shaker, and the fork hitting the glass type ding 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 ding. I think I want to do bass. I want to play out the bass myself. I don't really want to use the sample, so I could go to instruments this time. I could easily sort it by going to synth bass right here, and that will narrow it down, put a nice filter on it, so now I'm only looking at what I want. Definitely this one, so I could just download it. See, you could just literally play it however you want. I might edit it as I go, but let's just record it for now. See, that's crazy. Messing around with the macros, you really transform the sound. I love that. I want to do some variation in the second half just so it's not the same pattern. D sharp, E, E, don't. All right, we got our bass line here. Let me see if they have like some synth keys. We get some chords going. True inspiration. I like that. All right, let me let me get it together. A nice little 2/5 chord progression right there. That's my favorite kind. Let me record that. That's fire. Got some little chord immersions here just to make it different. I may have gone a little bit too crazy, but here's what we have. Fire. I've never made anything like this on the channel before, so shout out to Arcade for making this possible. Don't forget, you can start a 7-day free trial of Arcade and then get 50% off your first month with the links down below. It makes music production so fun because I'm like baffled half the time I'm using the plugin at what I just made. I might try something new, and I feel like, you know, we might as well try another line. Let me see what has good synths. Funk. Let me check samplers here. Split screen keys. Before I do anything, we're in F minor, so let me lock that in. Exactly. I just have to use it right. You can't like have it in certain spots. You got to find the right spots to put the organ. It will take all these instruments and break them up across the keyboard, playing different samples that you could chop yourself. And the coolest thing, like I said, right before I played it, I put it into F minor. So it automatically key syncs and tempo syncs. So anything that I play along with this beat is going to match up. I genuinely cannot name any other plugin that does this. Okay, the first 3 bars, not so much, but the end here, wait. It was like, so what I'll do, those 2 chords match perfectly with the 2/5 I was playing. So we're gonna save that for later. Let me add another one, and we're just gonna kind of figure this out. That's the fun part about it. I have one in G, I have one in A, and I have one with C. And now I'm gonna individually chop out the parts that I wanted. So remember with that first pattern, I really liked how this went with the chords. Like listen to that with the keys. It's like it was made to be. And that's all I wanted from that pattern. So I'm gonna chop that out. All right, so all together. One of my favorites for leads is literally called lead. Go to instruments and let's see. I might do this one. This one with the shape, I think I did this in the last one. It's the best lead I ever used. I'm just go with the flow, try to record some on the lead. Probably not gonna get it right the first time, but I don't care. Let's go. That was not a bad effort at all. I think I got it. I want to add one more element, and it's going to be from Sampler Generator for sure. So the thing about Sampler Generator is you could browse all these samples that come with Arcade. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of high quality samples in Arcade. You could browse through them, and when you click Generate Sampler right here, it will take you to Sampler Generator. And from there, the possibilities are endless, but I'll show you. I might try Distant Voices. There are super fire vocals in there. Let's go to Samples. That's perfect. That sounds like it was made for this song. Let's hit Generate Sampler and we'll lay it across the keyboard. You can even take your own samples, your own loops that you make yourself, throw them into Arcade. It will chop it up for you and you can put it together in a whole different way. It's already super full with melody and stuff, so I'm just going to look for little pockets to put a few vocal samples in here and there. And this, I think, when you bring a black key in like this, it could stretch it, it could reverse it, it could chop it. They're called modifier keys right here. And when you hold them down while you play the regular samples, it will just manipulate it even further. So I like what it's doing right here. Instead of playing it 2 times, I'm kind of stretching it by using the modifier key. I like that a lot. Alright, so I just threw on some drums from the iconic drum kit, structured it out a little bit, but here's the final product that we made with Arcade. When you have such a versatile tool like Arcade, you're able to step out of your comfort zone and try out new ideas you would have never came up with before. It's so much more than a plugin. It's a learning tool that encourages you to break boundaries and create music with no limitations. It guides you to becoming a better producer with every beat you make. You can experience the magic of Arcade with your own free trial and then 50% off the first month. This is not a plugin you want to miss, so make sure you take advantage of that sale. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. It's Chambers, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.